Insight. The first ever series to analyze the unexplored aspects and issues of Carnatic music. Dear Rasikas, welcome to the 18th episode of our Insight series. In the previous episode, we had discussed about some interesting aspects about Gamakas. Here, I would like to continue upon the same subject and dwell on some more aspects about these Gamakas. In Indian music, we see that never actually we sing a note without the Gamakas, in the sense that even when we are singing the Sarali Varsa, when we teach it to the children, you see, we don't sing as sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa. This is the scale of Maya Malagola. When we teach the child to sing, we show them that certain notes here need to be oscillated, like sa ri ga ma pa dha ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa. So here we teach that the Rishabha has to be oscillated, but in a very minimal manner, like sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa. Now, if you take the Janta Varsa, there a different kind of Gamakam you see, like sa sa ri ri ga ga ma ma, where we are hitting the second note in the process of giving the Gamakam. Let's look again. Sa sa ri ri ga ga ma ma pa pa da da ni ni sa 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 ni ni da da pa pa ma ma ga ga ri ri sa sa. In the process of hitting, you also see sa sa, where sa sa ni sa, and each time when you are hitting, actually you are taking, or rather encompassing, the note below it, like sa 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 ni sa ri 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 sa ri ga 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 ri ga. So what is happening is that in this kind of a Gamakam, you see that especially in the Jantaswaras, the Anuswaram keeps happening simultaneously. So that is also one kind of a Gamakam, like sa sa ri sa sa ri sa ri sa sa ri ri ga ga ma ma ri ri ga ri ri ga ri ga ri ri ga ga ma ma pa pa ga ga ma ga ga ma ga ma. You saw here also, it's a different pattern, but then you are hitting upon the second note to give the Gamakam. So there are different ways actually in which the Gamakam can be executed. And somebody also asked me in my last episode, what does the word Gamakam actually mean? Gamakam, where you see that Gam and Gach, they together form that word Gamaka, which means to go. That means to progress and not to remain static in a position, but to keep going. So the Gamaka is something which makes the note to keep going and not remaining static, and that is what Gamakam actually means here. Another important, very interesting point we see here is that when we sing the Gamakam, the principles is that in the Arohanam, the Shruti value of the Gamakam seems higher than when it is in the descent or the Avarohanam. What do I mean by this? This seems to be quite complex, but it is not complex. We will see what I mean by it. In the sense that if you take, for example, a ragam like Karahara Priya, Sari ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa. We will closely observe the Gandhara here. You see that when it is going in the upward direction, the Gandharam, towards the Madhyama, then the Shruti value is higher in the sense that we are pushing it much more than its placement. Sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa. Now the same Gandhara in its descent, sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa ma ga ri ma ga ri is quite different from sa ri ga ma. I will use the same Gandhara in both the context. You see how the changes happen. I will sing a set of phrases for you to understand. Sa ri ga ma pa pa ma ga ri ga ma pa pa ma ga ri sa sa ri ga ma pa da ni da pa. Now I am expanding it further to the higher octave and encompassing those notes also, but then the principles remains the same. Pa ma ga ri ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga ri ga ma ga ri ga ni da pa ma ga ri ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga ri ga ma ga ri sa ni da ni sa ri ga. Another example we could take is that of Saveri. This is a different kind of an example where we see that sometimes what happens is that a particular note is not there in the Arohana, but it is there in the Avarohana. So in that case, what is the principle of the Gamakam that is used? Let us see an example. Here the Arohana, Avarohana of Saveri again is sa ri ma pa da sa sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa. Now if I were to use the Gandhara here as sa ri ga ri ri, if I am going to use it that, in the Varnam itself you would see that this is the opening phrase in Sarasuda. Sarasuda. The phrase when translated is sa ri ga ri ga ri. So where Sariga as an Arohana is not permitted, but the phrase itself is sa ri ga ri ga ri. The same principle applies here, that since it is in the Avarohana Krama, the Gandhara occurs, its Shruti value gets decreased. So you would not sing like like in Mayamalagala, for example, sa ri ga. That is the straight position of the ga. So that same thing will not be applied in Saveri. You won't sing like sa ri ga ri ga ri. Of course, I do see some students sometimes sing it this way, but the teacher should actually tell them that this is not the way to be sung, because the fact remains that the Gandhara is not a part of the Arohana but Avarohana. So see the difference here. If you are to sing it straight, it is like sa ri ga ri ga ri. But we don't sing it that way. We sing it like with the Shruti value lowered. Sa ri ga ri ga ri, where the ga is for most part hanging on the Shuddha Rishabha. Sa ri ga ri, sa ri ga ri. So the Shruti value here gets diminished than its original position. And here I also would like to tell you that the way the Gamakas are executed in a refined manner is what makes one a great stalwart. In the sense, this is a very, very important point when you say that, oh, this person is a maestro, this person is one of the masters of music. To me personally, it is not just about the way he is approaching the ragam, because the scale of the ragam, Kalyani for example if I take, or Panturali, that maestro is also using the same notes. I am also using the same notes. Even a child who is learning music from me are using the same notes. So the raw material here is the same, whoever is using it. But how we use this raw material to give it a refined form is what makes one a stalwart or an ordinary musician. That's why we say that, suppose you are listening to Sri K.V. Narayan Swami for example, or Sri T.N. Sheshagopalan for example, they are all masters in their own right. Here, especially Sheshagopalan sir, you would have seen that the way he has really extensively used the scope of Gamakas is absolutely mind-boggling. And his music, I would say, is a very, very important example for us to study the context, the proportion in terms of how the Gamakam is used. Of course, the versatility of his voice is something unimaginable, but then how he has handled the Gamakas makes for a very, very interesting study. This is just one example of a musician. And if you take another example of a contrast, I would say Sri K.V. Narayan Swami, who made use of more of plain notes, the Shuddha notes is what gave the beauty to his music. Not that he didn't use Gamakas, but the way of execution of the notes with a lot of scope being given for the plain notes as well made him a master of a different class actually. So now if I were only a small student, then my way of approaching the Gamaka would be very amateurish, and that's where I wanted to just share with you that more than the notes, more than the ragam, it is the way in which an artist uses the Gamakas in a refined manner is what makes him a class apart. The next point I would like to make here is about the Panchama, its presence and absence in a particular ragam, and how that Panchama actually adds value to a particular note, or in its absence, what happens. If you take the example of Panturali here, you see that the Pratimadhyama which happens in the Panturali, it is sticking on to the Panchama in the sense that the Panchama itself is the point for the oscillation of the Madhyama. How do we sing the Ma in the Pa combination here is, let us observe. Arona Arona, Sari Ga Ma Pada Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa Pa Ma Pa Da Pa Ma pa pa da pa pa ma pa da da pa ma pa da pa ma pa da da pa ma ga re ga. Let us take an example of the notes from the Varnam itself. One of the Charana Swaras of the Panturali Varnam. Ni da pa ma ga ma pa da ni da pa ma ga ri sa ri ni sa ri re ga da da ni re re ga ga ma ma da da ni sa ri sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa. This is a very classic examples in the sense that the composer has shown us how the ma sounds in the support of pa, and also when the pa is removed. Once again, let's see. Ni da pa ma pa pa ma ni da pa ma ga ma pa da ni da pa ma ga pa ma. So the ma takes the support of the pa. Then in this phrase, da da ni re re ga ga ma ma da da, where the pa is absent, re re ga ga ma ma da da ni da, immediately ni sa ri sa ni da pa sa ni da pa ma ga ma. So he shows us the contrast of how the ma, when it has the pa, and the absence of pa, how the ma sounds. We will take an example itself of a ragam here, which is a janya of Panturali, Kumbuda Kriya, where you see that the ragam itself does not make use of the Panchama. So in that case, we see that also the point here about how the nature of the gamakam also changes when the pa is there and the pa is not there. Here in Panturali you would see pa pa ma ba da pa ma ba da pa ma ga ma ba da pa. This kind of a gamakam is called the Kampita gamakam, that is in its place with the support of the adjacent note ma it is doing. Now let us take the example of Kumuda Kriya. Arona, Arona, let's study first. Sa ri ga ma dha sa ni da ma ga re sa re ga ma dha ni da ma ga ma dha ma ga. This also brings a very interesting point to the fore, that when the Panchama is away, the kind of gamakam from Kampitam, it actually becomes more like the Jaru gamakam. Now what is Jaru? Jaru is the glide kind of a gamakam, which we call as Gama Dha Ma Ga Gama Da Sa Ni Da Ma Ga Gama Dha Ma Ga Re Sa Ardhana Rishwaram Aradhayami Satatam Ardhanarishwaram Aradhayami Satatam. In the Anupalavi, Ardhayamalankara Visesha Prabhava. So in the absence of the pa, the ma automatically glides into the dha, and so you see that the nature of gamakam itself gets changed. Here one more example we will take of Maya Malagaula and Lalita. Maya Malagaula, sa re ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. So when you are singing the Madhyama here, the Shuddha Madhyama actually rests a lot on the pa here again. Pa 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 ma ba da pa ma ba da pa ma ga 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 ma pa da pa pa ma 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 pa da pa ma ba da da pa ma ba da pa ma ba da pa ma ga ma pa ba ga ga da da pa ma ga ga ni da ni pa da ma pa ma ga ma pa ma ga ri sa ni. Now the same Maya Malagala, Janya, Lalita, this ragam takes the same scale but sans the Panchama. That is, the Panchama is absent both in the Arohana and the Avarohana. So the Arohana, Avarohana of Lalita is like sa re ga ma dha ni sa sa ni da ma ga re sa. See how this is a very, very beautiful point to observe, where the pa when removed gives a totally different color to the ragam itself, just one pa being removed. So how does Lalita sound? Ga ma da 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 ni da ma ga ma da ni 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 da ma 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 da ma ma ga ma da ma ma ga ma da 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 ma 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 ga ga ri ri sa re ga ga ri ga ma ma ga ma da da ma ga ma da ni 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 da ma ma ga ma da ni 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 da 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 ma 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 ga 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 ri ri sa re ga ga ma ma da da ni. A very popular song. Hiranmayim Lakshmi Sada Bhajami Hinamanavashayam Chiratarasam Bhat prada mada nidama. So, another point here again within this we see is that just by removal of the Panchama, it is not just about a ragam plus the Panchama or the minus the Panchama. In the absence of the Panchama, all the notes, other notes which are actually there also change color in terms of the Gamakam. Just once we will go through the two to see. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, where every note is actually laid with a lot of gamakas. Sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. Here in Lalita, you are going to remove the pa. You also see that the re, the ni, everything which comes into it, though it's the same nishada or the rishabha as used by Maya Malagala, they take a different color and become more plain in structure, like sa re ga ma dha ni sa. So the usage here is like ni ni da da ba ga ma da ni 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 da ma da ni sa sa ni sa re sa ni sa re sa ni sa re re sa ni da ma ga ma da ba ga ma da ni da ba ga ma da ni sa re. Where in Maya Mangala you saw sa re, because it took the help of the sa and then the re was oscillated. Here you see sa re re sa ni sa re 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 sa ni da ma da ni sa re sa ni sa da ni da ma ga ma da ma ga ga ma da ni sa ni da ma ga ga ma ga re 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 ga ma ga re sa 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 ni da ni re sa. So here again another example, probably just to make you observe. Now I'll give you an example. You try to observe in this particular combination and make a thinking about it. Karar Priya and Abhogi. Karar Priya, sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ba ga ri sa. Abhogi, sa ri ga ma da sa sa da ma ga ri sa. Or Sri Ranjani, another Janyam of Karara Priya, where you just see like in Maya Malagola and Lalita, the same concept here, just the removal of the pa. Sa ri ga ma da ni sa sa ni da ma ga ri sa. I'm not going to tell you now how the absence of the Panchama and Karar Priya changes the color of Sri Ranjani or Abhogi. From what I've said earlier, I would appreciate it if you try to think about it. Similarly, you can take many more such ragams where the pa is there, and in another ragam which is a janya of this and does not have a pa, and observe how not only the absence but it also makes for a change of the gamaka of each note itself. And this is a very, very beautiful aspect of gamaka in our Carnatic music. With this, I would like to conclude this episode. I'll be continuing further on this subject with many more interesting points to share. If you do have any questions or feedback, do feel free to write to us. You may email or WhatsApp, and I'd be too glad to answer you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.